Over the Golden Gate Bridge and further south past San Francisco Bay is Silicon Valley. Famous for being a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship in the technology industry, it's home to many of the world's largest and most successful technology companies, such as Apple, Google and Facebook. So it's always a top choice for a technology conference. And that's why it's a perfect place for NetEvents to hold their Global Media Summit 2023 here in San Jose. More specifically, we're here at Hayes Mansion. Built in 1905, it's now one of California's historic landmarks. And the two-day conference is just about to kick off, discussing the latest trends in everything from cybersecurity to cloud computing to digital transformation and AI.
That in 48 hours, they can brief press from all of those regions, Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, Latin America, North America, in 48 hours. So these busy CEOs of these companies over here, especially here in Silicon Valley, they can just pop along for 48 hours rather than go off and travel around 25, 30 countries. They can brief the top tech press in just a short period of time.
First up in front of the press and delivering the opening keynote was Tom Bianculli from Zebra Technologies. He highlighted the vital need for all industries to get on board with digital transformation.
More and more, this concept of liquid expectations is emerging, which is the idea that an experience you have in one industry, just fluidly bleeds over into another industry and changes your expectation in that other industry. The example I'm using here is consider the Apple Genius Bar compared to a healthcare experience.
Healthcare was a common theme, with some extraordinary, insightful discussions on new technology that can save lives. Dr. Mary Lou Jepson, CEO and founder at Open Water, shared her vision on how a wearable medical imaging device could prevent a stroke.
We know how to snake a catheter up your carotid artery and pull out the clot. We don't know that you have the clot. So what we figured out to do is a way to measure very precisely blood flow in your head. No other technology measures blood flow, not MRI, not CT, not all these other technologies, but we can, using a camera chip that's in your smartphone that has pixel sizes the size of the wavelength of light. And so we make the waves of the light using a laser with lower intensity than the LED on your optical mouse. Lower intensity, we put it on your forehead, and we see the light and collect it on that camera chip. And by looking at the shape of those waves, it looks like waves on it, we can detect whether the blood is moving or not moving. And if it's not moving, that's bad. We need to get you to the right hospital that can do that thrombectomy. That's what they call pulling the clot out. But it's a plumbing problem, and so that is literally the number 2 killer. And we can help keep people alive. If we can catch it within 2 hours, 90% chance of no neural deficit whatsoever.
The afternoon sessions provided a unique opportunity for organisations to engage with media and analysts from all over the world in a more intimate setting, many of them showcasing new products to the market. With a ransomware attack taking place every 11 seconds, new cybersecurity software is always welcome.
So the problem right now is ransomware goes undetected in the network. And by the time the detection engines that are available today find it, it could be too late. We don't rely on detection. We prevent that ransomware from ever gaining life and support and the things it needs on the network by taking it and putting it basically in a bubble wrap. So we prevent the damage it does, and that's the key innovation.
Closing the event with one of the most thought-provoking presentations was Professor Martin Curley. With the overcrowding of hospitals, a serious shortfall of health workers, and the cost of hospital services growing, he's determined to accelerate the adoption of digital technology in the industry. One shift is keeping patients at home or in the community to monitor symptoms rather than moving them to hospital.
I wanted to share an agenda. Healthcare is very complex, but we have a very simple strategy. We call it Stay Left, Shift Left 10X. And I believe if this is used to drive the global healthcare ecosystem, and we use digital technologies, we can fix our healthcare systems actually quite quickly. By using platform ecosystems, we could probably see the change that would normally occur in 30 or 40 years in an industry in less than 10 years. And what we've observed in Ireland, the network of living labs, is when you deploy digital technologies in clinical settings using an innovation methodology we call living labs, we're seeing, repeatedly 10 times better, 10 times cheaper, 10 times faster, 10 times higher volume. So it's just a question of scaling this.
Plenty to think about on what the future holds. And as always, the summit provided an excellent opportunity for attendees to network, forge new partnerships and exchange ideas. The next global summit will take place in Rome in September this year. Laura Hawkins, MySecurityTV, Silicon Valley.